There's a garden update for you. I've got, let's see if I have any. Here's a little one. Here's the flowers. Nothing harvestable right now, but hey, I could take these and transplant them. Little shoots and runners. Harvested another handful of blackberries. These blackberries are laying over, as you can see. They are really tall. They keep growing through these things that are a different project. Look at that. Up and over and down. It's got to be at least 8 feet long. You see, when they lean over like that and they hit the ground, they start rooting, as you can tell on that one. So I could cut that and transplant it, and that would be a good start for someone else's garden. And the thing that I like about these blackberries is that they are really big. They produce large fruit. That's like the smallest one that I've harvested. And besides that, it's that they are thornless. Look at this. It's just fuzzy. It's not pokey like something that would stick into your skin like the raspberries I have. And my mom has thornless raspberries, and she gave me some starts, but they didn't make it. So I'm gonna have to try that again. And see, here are some. Oh, a slug got that one. But these are generally a good size. That one would be really tart right now. I don't want to eat that. But I'm really happy with my blackberries because I got something, and I've never had any before. And as I move over to the raspberries, you can see I've kind of propped them up. And again, right there, you can see one that was touching the ground under this wood, and it was starting to root. Okay, it rooted right through that landscaping fabric. And so that one I'll probably, you know what? That's a blackberry. Look at that. I was thinking that was a raspberry just because where it was at, but you follow that along. I noticed because it's thornless, but you follow that along, it's that one right there. Way that direction. And the raspberries are fruiting again. I'm very happy about that. I appreciate it because I was out of commission during the previous production, harvestable production, but they are really producing. It's a smaller fruit than it looked like it was last time, but in abundance. And you can see more over here. So it looks like we'll get another harvest of raspberries that will be decent. I'm really happy about that. And over here we have the heritage raspberries. And they were a really slow producing plant with very small tart raspberries. And you can see that they had quite a few of them, but all of that together would amount to a handful. That's just what's left, but all of that together is maybe half a cup of berries. And so I think that for consuming the berry, the heritage is not nearly as efficient or productive as some of the other varieties. Got some green onion here that I've just let go because we've been using some other onions for the garden this year. Comfrey, which is massive. This, if you watch my previous videos, you realize that this was a volunteer, and it's got some leaf mold there, and I've been cutting out some of the worst leaves, like that one. There's one I missed right in there, and it's still producing a significant amount of fruit, so I don't want to totally just chop it. And it's the only, I've got to harvest some of these and share them, preserve them. I'm going to cube some and freeze them. That one's got some good seeds in it, so I can harvest the seeds. And so I'll need to, cube and freeze. See, there's another one. And again, this plant was a volunteer. And it's going all the way to over there with, I think, 3 lines that direction. And over here, it's coming at least with that, looks like 4 lines over this way. There's some more. There's a new little one. Can you see it? There it is. And all the way to over here, there's a new little one right there, almost the very end of it. And so I harvested 3 just the other day, and it's definitely this one plant of squash is producing enough to keep our table filled with squash. And you can see more of that rot that seems to come every year, but not before I get a decent harvest. So I haven't treated it other than removal. And you can see there some of the stems that where I've cut the leaves from. Quite a few of them. And here's the base that that plant is coming from. Right there. It's pretty thick. Here is the cantaloupe. I'm really excited about cantaloupe because I haven't done cantaloupe in years. I mean like 20 years. And so there's the biggest one. Oops, sorry about the leaf. There's the biggest one. It's 5 or 6 inches tall that way. There's another there. Some little ones in there, some that aren't making it, some that are new. So there's lots that have tiny ones. Hopefully they'll grow in the time that's left of the season. But at least there are 3 that should reach maturity before we get any real serious cold. Now over here, this massive vine is what's become of, I gotta get back further so you can see it all, of the cucumber. And I've had to go on the wall and flip those over this way. And I was thinking about creating something that will come out horizontally, that those can climb on, and then the fruit will just hang down. The only problem with that is that it will overshadow the tomatoes over there and these 2 pepper plants, and the basil. But I think it's going to be, if I do it, it'll be high enough that it won't matter. So that will be okay. So I'm thinking I definitely want to give it some room, so both of these, so they can grow together, because I know that'll use a little bit more of that space, and that would definitely fill it all in. And if you can see, the wire ends there, and then it's just growing over, hanging over. The onions are definitely overgrown. I need to just start taking them up, harvesting them more quickly. And let's see if we have any decent cucumber today. Harvested, I think, 2 or 3 yesterday. There's one that's not quite ready in there. There's one that still looks like a little ball. If I really wanted, I could eat that one, but I'll let it get bigger. You see, this is coming out, so if I gave it more room, then they would take the room. There's a good one. Right back there. There we go. See that? That. It's about 3 feet of just hanging over, and I could use that and trellis it over the top of everything. There's one that I hadn't seen. Definitely needs harvested. Let's see if I can get that off. Oh, and look right below it, there's another. What you're seeing is the way it is. Sometimes it's hard to see. Okay. So I'll clip these or just twist them and pull. Right now, just the latter. So that is 7 inches. Set it over there, see if I can get the other one. Big one. There we go. That is about a foot. At least 11 inches right there. Look at that. Let's see if we have any more. And these don't last a day inside on the counter. They go in a salad same day. That big one I'll collect the seeds from so that we can plant from our harvest for next season. Next growing season. Little one down there, not harvestable for me yet. You see that? That's hanging over. The wire ends over there. So it's coming this way 3 feet. I could hang a stretch here, and I really don't want to have it go up and over and bug the neighbors. There's another big sucker that I need to come cut off. And bugs we need to deal with. But my neighbor, who also has some tomatoes right next to us, he released 3,000 ladybugs recently, and so that's been helping out. We've had some praying mantises also. Now, this tomato, that, and this is one plant, and I just need to take care of some suckers again. But this is the one that has, sorry, this is the second plant. Comes up there. Then that over there is all one plant. And I never did get the trellis up, but these are coming along. Hopefully they'll produce something edible before the cold. And we have some harvestable tomatoes here. These are ready. They are soft, just supple enough to give them a little indent. And one thing to remember about heirloom tomatoes is that they don't necessarily turn the color that you buy them in the store for average tomatoes. You need to just know what the tomatoes that you're planting are supposed to look like when they're ready to harvest.